So fear, I mean, obviously everybody heard that it's important for your survival. And when we lived in ancient times in savannah, it's different than we live today. So nowadays we don't really experience. I mean, you don't experience the same. Like in ancient times, you could be eaten any moment. So that's what triggers. So you're gonna be aware. It's gonna be for your survival. But on the other hand, if you look at the fear, what is really fear? Like how do you see the fear? First, it's more like obscurity, when you don't know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna be there, and you go. Let's say you watch horror movie. Music plays, kind of tension, right? You feel that adrenaline. But when the clown jumps out, and now there is no obscurity. Now you're clear what's gonna happen. You don't feel that rush anymore, right? So that obscurity, that gap, when you not sure what's gonna be, that what triggers that one of the things. Now, obviously, for example, you're scared to lose your job, and you feel you don't know what's gonna happen. Then you're gonna experience this, you can say, fear. But if you take away this obscurity, if you have clear, that's why you put the goal, which makes it more clear, and you get rid of this less stress. Goals, sometimes you don't even achieve them, but it brings less stress to certain personalities, to certain people who's not sure about tomorrow. There is some vectors, they live more in the past. Some vectors, they live more in the future. So for them, everybody is different. Look at this different way, because they don't care about what's gonna happen tomorrow. It doesn't give them that same feeling as the other personality that put him through stress, just what's gonna be tomorrow. So you have to get rid of this obscurity. You have to play scenario forward. So let's say you scared to lose your job. So let's play it forward. Worst case scenario, what's gonna happen? You come home, you start, calling your step by step. Play the smaller steps, the better. You go outside, you call your friend, your family member, you go home, take few days, take off, rest, then you start maybe looking for other options, sending resumes, asking other businesses, friends. I mean, once you start doing all that, even in your imagination, you already feel different, right? Once you... Yeah, so the further you go, the less you're gonna have these feelings. Because if you're not sure what happened you go through the forest, you're not sure where the tiger is, where the bear, you're gonna be uncomfortable. But if you know exactly this forest doesn't have, like if you go somewhere in Pasadena, there's no tigers, and you just go, I mean, you're not gonna feel the same. So that clarity, that what makes one of the biggest impacts in this emotion. The less clarity, the more uncomfortable fears and these emotions you're gonna have. So even when you do business and you're not sure about what's going to be tomorrow, you don't have numbers, goals you're trying to achieve, you know that you're going to work on certain, they're going to bring you some kind of stress because you're going to have to, let's stop for a sec. So the less person has this knowledge about business, in anything, the more you have clear picture, the less you have this emotion. Now that's one thing. Let's say information, right? Now it's also important experience. Knowledge, it's only part of it, but also experience, because experience will give you this confidence. If you never jumped with the parachute, let's say, and you don't know how to do it, you're not going to be really confident. But let's say you have knowledge, you know what you have to do, but it's your first time. You're not gonna be that confident, right? Mm. So that experience, when you know exactly, first you need to know step by step what you should do, and once you know that gets rid of certain fears, and then experience gives you that confidence. So if you jumped already 100 times, you just jump with closed eyes, right? Yeah. Same thing in everything. So first it's information and knowledge. It gets rid of this obscurity, and then when you want to focus, mm-hmm. Now all these fears, it's connected to psychology, and that's why I don't see psychologists really don't talk about that, because that's where it starts, and they already talking about they don't talking about the cause, they're talking about the effect, like what happened, and they're trying to resolve. But what causes this, I don't see them really talking, like fear and stress, or